I know y'all been waiting for this for a while. Or maybe you haven't, depending on who you are, to each their own. But welcome to season 2 of the Journeyman podcast. It's been a long time coming, but I'm excited and ecstatic to be here with y'all to share my new experiences in life, Before I get into just what I've been on, or not necessarily what I've been on, but maybe the topic that I'm going to present, it's a segue. Don't work with me here, work with me. I definitely want to start this episode out by giving certain individuals their flowers and things that have inspired me their flowers. First and foremost, I got to thank God. I got to thank God for just carrying me through 2021 and allowing me to be here in 2022. Man, it's been a roller coaster. Literally, it's been a roller coaster, and I can honestly say that I've been growing not only as a man but just as a person in general. So, all glory be to God because I wouldn't be here without him. Secondly, I want to thank my mother and father. Uh, I want to start out with my mother first because I want to thank her for just, one, supporting me through all my decisions, good or bad, and just always being by my side. It's always been me and her. So, you know, that's my ace, that's my road dog, that's my best friend, but she does so much for me that like words can't even describe what my mom means to me. So I just want to say thank you for always believing in me, always pushing me, and always, putting me on my P's and Q's and realigning me when I need it. Second off, I want to tap in with my pops. I don't talk to my pops often, and that's not because like we have a falling out or anything, weird shit like that. Well, let me not say weird, but that's not our reality. The reality is I go to work and I'm a full-time graduate student, which I'm in my last semester, praise God. um, and he's really living the family man lifestyle. So, shit, we can't link. But it is what it is. Recently, he's given me a lot of game. He's always molded me to be a leader, not a follower. And let's just say this. In these recent years, I've learned what that truly has meant and what it really means to me and how, I thought that was something, back in the day he would always say to me because it's like you want to install good quality character within a child, but leadership is really within my fiber. It's within my being. I'll be honest, I get lazy sometimes and I don't fully embrace it like how I should, but it's on its way. And that's a beautiful thing to say. So thank you, Pops, for that. Thank you for always believing in me. Thank you for, showing love and so on and so forth. The next person, man, I have to give love to my brother Fred. Uh, that's been my best friend since the 6th grade. And while, it's a group of us and I love all my brothers, you know what I'm saying? This man has seen me at, the heights of, my, just my shine. And he's seen me at the bottom of the barrel, you know what I'm saying? But he still, the best way I can put it is to, it's like, no matter where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? He's always willing to give to me. And it's not given in the sense of material or financial, although he is always the first one. If I ever needed something or I've needed something, past, present, or future, he'd be the first one to put his hand in his pockets and get organically. You know what I'm saying? But he's always willing to take the time to really speak life into me. You know what I mean? Especially on, you know, my dark days. And, you know, we speak life into each other, and, you know, you just can't pay for that nowadays. You really can't. Uh, this this fourth person is very special to me. She'll always have a special place in my heart. Uh, right now, you know, things, it is what it is. You know, I'm not gonna put our business out there like that. But these past 2 years, I cannot deny, and I will not deny, her hand in just helping me grow, loving me, and allowing me to truly be me, allowing Ashton to be Ashton. And you know something, you don't think you really need that until it's really given to you, and it's a beautiful thing. I appreciate her so much. Without her, you know, bro, there's some days, bro, honestly, like without her, I wouldn't have made it. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? I just really wouldn't have made it. Um, in every aspect, solid. In every aspect, genuine. In every aspect, loving. And in every aspect, a true blessing that has touched my life in every category, in every regard that you can think of. So thank you, Kenzie, for everything that you have done, that you do, and that you continue to do. Um, this fifth person, man, my brother Lou. I want to give Lou some love, man. My brother Luther Harris, man. Reason why I want to give this brother some love is just because, man, we have been on this journey together. You know, we got some stuff coming, but you know, in it, and I'm gonna put it on me. I haven't been setting the tone that I've spoke of when we really said we were gonna jump into this. So it's my fault. So if you got anybody to blame, it's me, cause I've been promising y'all new stuff from me and him, but it's definitely been me, and I haven't been the leader that I see myself as and that I'm supposed to be. So I'm gonna take that full responsibility. But this brother has motivated me to invest in myself, and what I mean by that is that I love podcasting, and I'll get into that later. But hopefully, y'all can tell the difference with this new mic. You know what I mean? We got an interface now, baby. We done spent some money now. We done spent some money now. So, you know, talk to me nice. You feel me? Talk to me nice. But this brother has inspired me to enjoy life, get outside my comfort zone, and create, you know. And every time we link, it's genuine energy. And I've grown to call him as a brother, you know what I mean? And we done experienced some shit, been through some shit. So man, shout out to Lou, bro. Uh this last person, man, it was an unexpected conversation, but I think we both needed it, man. Shout out to my homie from work. Man, Killer Kyle, or just Kyle, whatever you want to call him, man. We had a conversation just discussing where we were both at in life, what we could improve, what we wanted to do, and things of that nature. And you know something, through our conversation, man, I really realized like just a lot of things. And you know, thanks to Kyle, you know, really thank Kyle that like shit y'all getting this episode. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I just been in a different headspace, just been on some different shit, and honestly, man, it was very refreshing. So, man, to my brother Kyle, I thank you. You know what I'm saying? And in his own words and the text message that he sent me, you know, create your own happiness and fuck it, that's what we gonna do. Those are my personal flowers, bro. Just flowers in general in this podcast and shit. Um, First and foremost, bro, I have to show love to my favorite podcast of fuck it of all time. You know what I mean? These three brothers really are the blueprint, bro. The 85 South show, bro. Though it's a funny pod, bro, it's just that they talk life, they show love, they share laughter with some of the most prominent figures in the culture. You know what I'm saying? Of our people, you know, speaking of black people, also happy Black History Month, you know what I'm saying? If you want my opinion on Black History Month this month, it's been very lackluster. Very lackluster. So yeah, there's that. But we should be celebrating our people every month, not just February. Um, I'm athlete. Uh, what they've done for the culture in the aspects of mental health for black men, not only black men, but black men that realm from, you know, the more quote unquote that could be considered the tougher arenas in the sense of being an athlete and things like that, allowing brothers to cry, to hug, to really love one another, you know what I mean? And though the original crew is like breaking up or broken up, excuse me. Shout out to B Marsh because shit, man, like he's doing the damn thing. Um, Going back to the 85 South, so shout out to Chico Bean, shout out to Carlos Miller, shout out to DC Young Fly, shout out to Clayton English, you know, shout out to, you know what I'm saying, Need all them boys, you know what I mean? Because they were the ones that really inspired me to just say, fuck it, you got the equipment, why don't you just do it? Because, man, I was watching the 85 South show in a dark place, man, and shit, dog. They made me jump off the porch, so it's a beautiful thing for sure. I have to show love to the pivot. The pivot, man, the pivot, Ryan Clark, Shannon Crowder, Fred Taylor, bro. That is a powerhouse trio in this podcasting shit. You know what I mean? Realistically, dog, like they've had some of my favorite people on there. They talk to everybody, not just athletes, but the conversation that they're having with just everybody is just so organic and it's beautiful, and they're really allowing these people to really tell their story without trying to overtalk them, things of that nature. So, you know, I study it from, you know, the sport of podcasting, like to see, like, I see the success in their trajectory, but as a fan, I just love it. All the smoke. All the smoke. I have to show love to all the smoke because all the smoke, Matt Barnes, you know what I'm saying? Stack Jack, man. You know, I make love to pressure, baby. That's one of my favorite quotes from Stack Jack. But shout out to them because, bro, shit, when the pandemic hit, COVID, all that stuff, and how everything's going on, man, like, you know, and before that too, before COVID. So pre-COVID and post-COVID, you know, can't really say post-COVID because it's still going on, but y'all know what I mean. These guys were connecting me to some of my favorite athletes. If you know me, I'm a basketball fanatic. So anything NBA, bro, I'm all in. But, you know, they're talking to NFL guys too, music artists, you know, everything that has to do with the culture. You know, they're having real one-on-one conversations and all while smoking, you know, consuming cannabis, which I'm also passionate about. So it's like it was a great organic mixture of just these beautiful things, and they're just putting it together. Now, this might be a controversial like flower giving, but I'm gonna give him flowers anyway. The Joe Budden podcast. You know what I'm saying? When they had Rory and Maul, shout out to Rory and Maul because Rory and Maul for the simple fact that they're doing their damn thing, you know, and I want to give them their flowers too because after that split, shit got weird. But I think both parties are moving in a upward trajectory, and they both can be at peace with the situation, for real, for real. Um, but man, shout out to Joe Budden because I witnessed Joe Budden's rise in this podcast shit when he was really doing the you know the podcast with them, and then he was doing like the pull-ups that was sponsored by Cash App and things like that, really having these one-on-one conversations with these artists and things of that magnitude, and really just making a name for himself. The Joe Budden Network launch, putting other creators, black creators at that, on, and just allowing their voice to be heard and allowing them to be seen and allowing all of us to touch a bag together. You know what I mean? So that's a beautiful thing. And also, man, like, I don't always agree with Joe. I really don't. But what I respect about Joe Budden is that he genuinely does not care. And he's going to be him every single moment. And with that being said, like, cool, I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? What you see is what you get from him to an extent, whether you like it or not. And, a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people love it. It is what it is. But shout out to Joe Budden, man. This last pod, man, and I mean, there's plenty of podcasts, plenty of YouTube channels that, I consume on a daily basis. But these two dudes, man, the old man and the three, shout out to JJ Redick and Tommy. I don't know his last name, so I ain't even going to say your last name, Tommy, but y'all know who the fuck Tommy is. Shout out to JJ Redick and Tommy, man. These guys, I feel, though, really allow athletes or my favorite ball players to come on their platform and really tell their stories, similar to, All the Smoke with Matt Barnes and Stack Jack. But it's refreshing because JJ Redick recently being retired from the NBA and just having a great basketball IQ. I really love to hear him talk X's and O's in real game time, like decisions and things like that with these guys, and to just get their opinion, how they think the game and how they approach the game. Like, you look at the NBA, everybody has to be able to have somewhat of a handle. Everybody has to be able to play make. Everybody has to be able to shoot. Now, if you can't shoot, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has to have skill, in other words. But everybody's approach to the game is so different, and I love it. I love it. So shout out to the old man in the three. If you haven't seen any of these podcasts, I highly recommend you go check them out because I fucking love all of them. So it is what it is. So, man, it's been a minute. So I just want to touch on me. For my new listeners, check me out. Let me give you a little history how I got into this. So I've always been fascinated with media to an extent. People have always told me I had like a nice voice or a radio voice, not to toot my own horn or no shit like that. That's just what people used to say to me. And so I went to college. I was a comm major at first, and then I decided to double major in communications and psychology. But I remember that there was an opportunity to get on the school radio station. So at first I really wasn't going to do that. I'm a very shy individual to an extent, or not necessarily shy. I have a bit of social anxiety, and then I have a lot of performance anxiety, to where it's like, if I haven't done this shit before, like, I will butcher it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I have eyes on me. But radio's different. You don't have eyes on you. And the only nerve wracking thing was not to cuss on air. And so once I figured that out, it was very smooth. Man, I remember I got on and DeMario interviewed me. Shout out to Crack for the Ears, man. D Money, I had him on season 1, and great interview. If you haven't listened to it, go check it out so you can learn a little bit about D Money. But yeah, man, DeMario, he basically broke me in and shit, bro. I've been going hard ever since. My first show, first and only radio show, was College Antics, man. I found College Antics with my homeboy Zay. We came into college at the same time, so we was just like, fuck it. So that first year was me and Zay, and I was like, bro, I'm going to be honest with you. We need to find a third host, and preferably I would like a female host because it sounds too dudeish between me and you. He agreed, and then we brought our other friend, Gabby, on, and we just took off, man. And I've been knowing them both since we both got into college. I met Zay a little bit later on in freshman year, but we hung around in the same group. We didn't really get close until we really started doing the show, to an extent, I would say. And then, but we were always in the same friend group. So like we hung out with each other, we were around each other, but we didn't really tap in with each other until this radio shit. I would say. And like now, that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully in the future we create again. And then Gabby was in my major group when we first touched down on campus. And that shit was so funny. How we became friends, right, was like, it was me, her, and our other friend, Alex. And we was coming back from, I think, Roscoe's maybe. And we ran back to our dorms in the rain. And I mean, we were drenched. I mean, like, the shit was crazy. But you know something? Shout out to both of them because those were some of my first friends in college. So, like, it's always going to be love, in that regard. So, yeah. But, yeah, so I started College Antics. And that shit was going on all the way until COVID hit. We didn't know that we were going to do our last show until COVID hit. And it was the craziest thing I could ever imagine. And we were like, damn, yo, we didn't even have a last show. We didn't even tell nobody goodbye because it was all our, like, senior years and everything like that. So it was like, fuck. So then I graduated my undergrad, and then I started my master's shortly thereafter. And I'm not going to lie to y'all, that first semester of grad school kicked my tail. I mean, I'm talking about straight depressed and shorty. Like, I was just sitting there like, whew, like, I don't know what I was going to be able to do, man. I'm like, damn, I have, like, more of this. Like, I can't stand it. Like, I hate it. Like, the whole 9 yards, right? I was going through I was going through all the motions. And then, I was in my little depressive spell. I don't even want to say it's real depression because I wasn't diagnosed. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to, mess up the wave of mental health due to false claiming. But I would say, like, I was very sad, very sad. And I was watching 85 South Show. I was smoking, you know what I'm saying, and going to work. So I clean up the house, do everything I needed to do because it was our winter break. And then I roll up, watch the 85 South Show. Like, that was my thing. And then, boom, go get wings. And so, like, that was my whole little, like, repertoire, right? So, okay, peep the steeds. I was sitting in the parking lot and I was getting ready to go into work. And I was just sitting there looking like, man, this shit is depressing. Like, I was just, I think finally it dawned on me, like, at my current job, I was just like, this shit is monotonous. I do the same shit every day and don't nobody really give a fuck, right? You know what I mean? In hindsight, like, I still believe that, but it's like, I'm also aware, like, bro, this is not a forever job. And, like, you haven't even tapped into, like, your full career potential. So, there's that. But at the time, y'all, I was sad. So, boom, I started doing a little voice memo on my phone, just talking my thoughts. And then I was like, bro, this could be a podcast. And boom, I got to creating. Because I bought my first mic in 2019. When I jumped off the porch with this podcast and shit, it was, I want to say it was 2020 going into 2021. Yeah, I think that sounds right. But fact check me on that. Definitely go check out season 1 because it's a lot of good shit in there. But yeah. So fast forward all the way up until now. I've been bullshitting on season 2. I dropped some Journeyman shorts to, build a bridge over to season 2, and here I am. New equipment, you know what I'm saying? New setup. I actually got a table in here. I'm living in the same place, but hopefully that changes, baby, and we on the up and up, you know what I'm saying? So there's that. But with all that being said, man, I want to segue into this as smoothly as possible. So I mentioned dark days, right? Let's be honest, y'all. We all have dark days. And pulling ourselves through a dark day is tough. Sometimes it can be really dark. Sometimes it can be just gray. Sometimes it can just be absolute shit. But I want to talk about how to handle a dark day or a potential dark day, if I may. Now, granted, the things that I'm about to list are all subjective. This is what I personally do that maybe you could do. There's no facts behind this. I'm not no scientist. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a psychologist. I'm none of those things. I'm just telling you what works for me, and I'm speaking my truth in order to, maybe shed some light and help you navigate your truth just a little bit more better, So, man, because, fun fact, I had a dark day today. Like, yeah, in real time. It is February 23rd, 2022. Currently recording around, 2:23 p.m. I can't really tell you when I started this recording, but here I am. But yeah, let's get into it. So, I woke up, today, and though I didn't do it, what I should have done, first and foremost, is prayer/meditation. And let me tell you why. I don't know what you believe in. We're not here to debate that. But if you do have a belief system, whatever, tap in with that the first thing in the morning. Guaranteed you'll have a better outlook on your day. Guaranteed. And let me tell you why. There's a lot of things going on in this world. There's a lot of things at work in this world that are, let's just be honest, evil, negative, trifling. And the reality of that is that it's so much BS going on, and you get bombarded with BS through your cellular device, right? Your cell phone. And the first thing we often do, especially in this generation, we wake up and we touch that cell phone. Fuck that. Wake up and be thankful that you woke up, that you made it to this day. Because nothing is set in stone. When I tell you nothing is set in stone, nothing is set in stone. So with that being said, tap in with your creator, whoever you believe that to be. I believe in God, so I'm going to say God. Tap in with God. That's what I do. Number 2, I was sitting in bed, struggling to get out of bed, but you know what? I said, fuck it, I'm going to go to the gym. So my second point You guessed it, exercise. Listen, exercise is so subjective. Do not, I repeat, do not go by society's rules on exercise. Exercise is a physical activity. That is true. But just because I said I went to the gym doesn't mean on your dark day you should go to the gym. You feel what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. I've been known to fake it till you make it. I would come in there and smile, but like on the inside, bro, I'm really not feeling it. You know what I mean? But that's just a skill I know. That doesn't mean you have the same skill set. I'm not saying you don't or you do, but that doesn't mean, you know what I mean, like you should do that. When I say exercise, yo, that can be walking, going on a run, doing some workouts in your room. You know what I mean? I just wanted to go to the gym because also I thought about, well, if I don't go today, man, like I'm not going to ever hit legs. So I went in there, dug deep, and hit a mean ass leg day. And hey, I went up and, weight on some of my lifts. You know what I mean? So it's working, it's paying off, and I'm thankful for that, you know? This third one, accomplish a task. Reason being is that when I accomplish a task on my to-do list, I have a feel of satisfaction in the sense of, yeah, like I'm being productive, I'm doing something, I'm making it work, So that works for me. Maybe it might work for you. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be nothing big, right? Like you don't have to clean the whole house because, I do shit like that. But you don't. It may be just, you know what? Today I'm going to straighten up my room. And you straighten up your room. Today I'm going to wash all my clothes in one sitting. And hey, Eureka, right? You did it. Today I'm going to go take my car for a wash. I'm going to go to the car wash. Eureka, you did it. You know what I mean? Today I'm going to call so-and-so and we're going to have a nice conversation. That is a task. Anything that is getting you out the way and making you move around, do something, it's a task, baby. Just go do it. This fourth point I think is very crucial. Go to where the support is in abundance. The reason why I worded it like that, because basically what I said is, you know what I'm saying, get support, right? Most people would get support as, well, Ashton, I don't have the money for therapy. I don't either, baby. You know what I mean? I'm broke. So look, when I say go to where the support is in abundance, tap in with people that really care about you and love you. Man, a conversation about nothing with somebody that really cares for you can do wonders for you. Wonders for you. You don't have to necessarily talk about the issue at hand unless you want to. Sometimes some encouraging words will breathe life into you. So I say to you, go where the support is in abundance. This number 5 is a personal one. Smoke. Listen. This can be viewed as negative. And I'm not saying jump off the porch with cannabis or any other thing, right? Alcohol, hard drugs, none of that. I like to smoke because the next day it's like I hit a reset button. And I'm just super productive and my energy is up. But it also is a time to reflect. You know what I'm saying? To realign myself, or really get to know myself, know what I really feel, what I really care about, what I really think, And every time I've done it, I always come out knowing something more, if that makes sense. Now, granted, this is very subjective. This does not always work for everybody. I'm completely open to say that you shouldn't do it if you haven't been doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you to just jump into something new when that's not in your DNA. You know what I mean? So with that being said, this is something I do. I'm not trying to spread, bad advice. You're an adult. I hope so. If you're a kid, you shouldn't be listening to my shit anyway. But you're an adult, and you should use your discretion to make the right decision for you. With that being said, the next one, baby, number 6, if I'm correct, listening to music. Music is the universal language that we share as human beings, right? I love music, right? Hip hop, R&B, soul, jazz, classical music. I'm not a fan of country, but if you suggest a great country song, I'm willing to give it one listen. You get one listen from me. You know what I mean? So with that being said, come with a fire suggestion. And I want it to be a personal one. Don't give me a radio hit. Don't give me a single, nothing like a classic suggestion that you know, like, regardless if he messed with this song or not, I love this song. It's fire. I'm willing to die on the hill for it. Because those are the songs that will help me to get to know you as a person. Because I love getting to know people through music. I love talking music. I love debating music. All these wonderful things. You know, I love to create music too. So, definitely, if you love music, hey, put that sad playlist on. Get in your feels. Have a good cry. Do what you got to do. Because it's your dark day. And however you want to handle it is completely up to you. But for suggestion purposes, cry to some good music. This has been brought to you by the Journeyman podcast. Look at that. Look at that advertisement. Sponsor us. Sponsor me. Please. I'm broke. But not desperate now. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you know what I mean? I got it, baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about it. You know what I mean? But to conclude on this topic, yo, it's okay to have a dark day or an off day. And the reason why I say it's okay to have it, we're human, okay? It is unrealistic to think that you're going to be on go 24/7, happy-go-lucky 24/7, and all the things, you know, that come with that. It's not true. It's false. It's a reason why we're given different array of emotions, right? Because you have to go through all of them. You have to feel all of them. Come on now, like that's just how the game goes. And if that's how the game goes, it is what it is, you know? Can't really do too much about it, you know? With that being said, you know, these dark days can be due to, you know, sometimes being overwhelmed, stress, a buildup of unresolved emotions. That's why I said a good cry sometimes is needed. You just got to let it out. However you let it out, whether it's, you know, you let it out through physical activity, you know, creative energy, crying, things of that nature, you have to have a release. You know what I mean? Dark days can come to grief. You know, maybe you lost somebody. Let it out. Or overall health condition. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, you've been putting your body through the ringer, and maybe this is a sign that you need to slow down. I'm not a doctor, but hey, listen, I do know the law of balance. And you can indulge in bad things and overindulge in good things as well. You know, you can overindulge in both spectrums. So with that being said, take care of yourself. For real. Now, let's talk about the future of season 2 because I have so many things that I can cover. Right? Would y'all be interested in music reviews? I just expressed my love for music. I'll create a little criteria and we can listen to albums together. Movie reviews. Recently, I have been up on my cinema game. Don't know what it is, but I've been going to the movies a lot lately. And I've been stepping outside my comfort zone. Last night, I went to go see Uncharted. Now, Uncharted is an action movie with Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg, and it's based off the video game series Uncharted. But let me tell you, movies like that I usually overlook. But I was like, it's based off on Uncharted. I played Uncharted. I remember the Uncharted 2 demo when that dropped, and I was playing that, having a ball. Like, I think it was on the PS3 I was playing that. And, because I was too broke to get Uncharted 2, you know what I mean? Because, that was one of them, like, AAA title games. But it is what it is, baby. But, hey, would y'all be interested in that? Like, I'm planning to go see the new Batman movie with Robert Patterson. Hope I said his name right. The nigga from Twilight. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Edward is playing Batman. So I'm finna go see that and see what DC is coming with. Because Marvel, hey man, Marvel has a tough ass lineup. Like a future lineup. But I will say this, from the previews of what I seen in theaters, I can't even say it. In the movies, I can't even say it. Can't even say it. Like word jumble. In theaters. That doesn't sound right. In theaters. It just doesn't sound right. What I've saw in movie previews, DC has a tough ass lineup coming too. So with that being said, hey, let the games begin. So let me know if you want some movie reviews. To conclude this episode, I want to just share the song of the week with y'all. So my song of the week that I've been jamming nonstop is Pain in the Ghetto, featuring Trey the Truth and Lil Jeremy. But the song is by OG Bobby Billions. OG Bobby Billions is like a Dallas artist, and he's known for collabing with Mo3, who passed last year, being fatally shot in traffic. And they collabed on that song Outside, which is a hit. Like, all Texas niggas love Outside. I'm not a Texas nigga, but all of Texas loves that song. And rightfully so. It's hard, bro. Like, that song is legitimately hard. So, with that being said, man, I thank y'all for being patient with me, loving on me, and, giving me the time and the space to give y'all this. So, man, we out. Peace.